How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stream. Um, we already got a couple people in here already. We got Russell, or one person anyway, sorry. So we got Russell in here. We got, that's basically it, only Russell. But how's it going, man? Thank you for popping in. Say hello. So yeah, we're gonna basically get started here. We're basically just gonna talk about um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, I don't really talk about it as much on this channel, so it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun. I'm doing good, doing good. Sorry it took so long, man. I had to do a couple things before I started, um, but yeah, I'm doing pretty damn good. I just wanted to do something different tonight and do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre stream. Just kind of change it up. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if you like my background or not. My background looks pretty damn fresh. But yeah, so yesterday I was talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or 2022 film. Um, Obviously you probably didn't see it because it was late last night. But I was talking about how that movie is not. It wasn't as good as the old. Like the older, I think the older movies are better. The new one just didn't really look. The mask looks absolutely just ugly. um, he said it's not my franchise either, but I loved part two with Dennis. Yeah, for sure. I loved it too. Honestly, I really loved um, part two. Yeah, part two was pretty damn good. I also liked the first one. The first one was probably the best by far. Um, for sure. But yeah, man, what's on your mind tonight, man? We're gonna go live for at least a few hours at least. Um, but yeah, give me your thoughts on what you think, man. Like, you talking about the new yeah, not the yeah, the new Texas Chainsaw on the Netflix. Yeah. So Texas Chainsaw 2022 it is. Yeah, that one I don't know, man. Like it's just not as good compared to like the older ones. The older ones are so much better in my opinion. Like the older ones are just they're just so much better in terms of um like the mask. I don't know what it is. Like the old Leatherface mask looks so much better for sure. The bus scene was awesome. Oh yeah, the bus scene. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, man, I definitely think that Texas Chainsaw Massacre um, 2022 is absolutely just garbage. Like I don't know what it was. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't as good compared to the older ones. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people like it, and like I was saying, everybody's got their own opinions at the end of the day. So I mean, that's fine. I just personally don't like it. I don't really care for it as much. it's really not for me, I guess. So, but yeah, a lot of people do like it for sure. Which I don't. I'm not gonna judge anybody for like what they like. People like what they like, and that's the bottom line. And I'm not gonna sit there and judge people for that. People like. I don't want to get off topic, but Halloween ends and all that. I don't. I'm not gonna judge them for that. Like these people sitting on bus Leatherface comes on bus and they say to yourself is just sit there. Oh, I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I know movies aren't going to be realistic, but at least show some kind of some realism. Like that's. I mean, come on. They're not about to sit there and just take selfies. Like that's just what I think, anyways. But yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and say that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is the best or is the worst. Of course, there's like worse films out there. There's more terrible films out there than this film. But this film just I don't know the look of Leatherface as I was saying yesterday he looks like a pig. Like I don't know why I feel like that, but they couldn't do anything anyways if they wanted to. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Like I just think that if they were gonna do something, I just don't like when they change the mask. You know, at the end of the day, it's just like making Michael Myers. Michael Myers look different. You know, he wouldn't look the same. It's basically just changing his look and all that. Like so, I don't understand why they didn't bring the mask from 1974 into this film, personally. But at the same time, I kind of understand. Like, I just don't understand what the hell these people are trying to do. I just don't like when they change the look. You know, at the end of the day, it's just like making Ghostface look different. Like I was saying in the Scream TV series, which I don't want to get too much off topic because this is a Texas Chainsaw stream, but I was talking about how I didn't like the Brandon James mask because it just looks stupid. It doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't look right to me. I'd much rather see the original, and that's the way I see it with the Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, I would wait. I was hoping that we would get the 1974 look. It's not the best, but it's not the worst film. Oh yeah, I actually like the. My favorite Texas Chainsaw is probably the 2003 remake. Now that one right there is the best, without a doubt. Like that is the best. Um, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's hands down the best. So yeah, of course, there's like worse films out there, you know. But the 1974 one, like you were saying, yeah, 1974 one is always going to be like number one on everyone's list, you know. And that one's always going to be pretty good, you know. But the 2003 remake, I think that one was like the second best, even though it was a remake of the 1974 film. I just think, you know, it was one of the best. Probably I wouldn't say it's the last like great one. I don't know how you feel about Texas Chainsaw 3D, but Texas Chainsaw 3D was probably the the last great one in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like that film because of the setting and whatnot, but honestly didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty fun, you know. Um, so I don't know what you think about that, about the 3D film, but the 3D film I think is pretty damn good. Personally, that's just me. Like the look of, okay, maybe it wasn't at the original house, but at least they try to do something creative, you know, and something a little different. They don't have to follow the same story. You know, they don't have to follow the same story. I think they could, do something different, and that's what I loved. Even though it wasn't at the original house, even though the beginning in the beginning they showed the original house, but throughout the whole movie, it's like they're like in a different house, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind it. Um, I like your background. Is that the video game? Yep, that's the video game wallpaper. The video game cover. And by the way, the video game is pretty fun. I suggest you guys go play it because I think it's pretty fun. You know, maybe it isn't like maybe it isn't like the best video game. Of course, it's got some problems. A lot of stuff that I don't like. Like in terms of sometimes you're not able to find like the survivors. You know, which is something that I think needs to be fixed. They need to fix all that because not everyone's gonna want to. Not everyone's gonna want to play in a lobby where you're not able to find survivors. That's just unrealistic. No, they just did sell it dirty. I know it wasn't the same hatches that did sell it, and then America she passed away. Oh, like what do you mean? You're talking about in the 3D film or the remake? Because the remake I think was pretty good. I like both personally. I mean, the 3D one was even. I think that was hands down like the best. You know. or one of the best. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of the best. But yeah, so I understand what people are saying. Like some people feel like that, they disrespected her character and all that, which I understand. But for me though, I just like I don't know. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed both films. I even liked the Texas Chainsaw, the beginning, which that one was probably one of the best. I think, hands down, like one of the best. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't like. Yeah, that was absolutely just dirty. I think too. I didn't know which film you're talking about. I thought you were talking about. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 is just not. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. Like it used to be. It's not the way it used to be. Like 3D. Texas Chainsaw 3D was probably the last like great one. Like I was saying, the beginning was even good, but the 2003 remake is like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's better than 1974, but it's definitely up there. You know, so I'm eating some oatmeal. 1974 and Part Two are my favorites. Yeah, I think they're my favorites as well. Like, okay, Part Two. I mean, yeah, Part Two is pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's like the best. I wouldn't say it's the best. Part two. I don't know the look of Leatherface in that movie. Isn't that the one where he had that long hair? Because that's the one. I don't. I can't really get into that. Yeah, yeah. I was just asking if Leatherface was the one that had the long hair because I didn't like that personally. 1974 one I think was the best looking one. I think that was perfect. Like the hair, like it wasn't too long or anything. It was just perfect. One minute, y'all. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be right back. Hang tight, y'all. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna play some music. Um, what do we got here? All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, I'll just play some music for you guys. I gotta go to do something real quick. So hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like I was saying, part two, I think was the one when he had long hair, if I'm not mistaken. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look. Let's see, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or maybe I'm thinking about part three. Yeah, I think I'm thinking about part three because he had that long hair or whatever. Um, in part two, he might have had. Let me see. Look at some pictures. Okay, so yeah, it was part three. Part two was the one when he had like the suit. Which I didn't really care. I mean, I liked it. The hair looked like 1980s hair. The rock and roll hair. But I like it. But yeah, part three, I think was the one. I'm pretty sure part three was the one where he when he had the hair. Yeah, 1 minute here. Okay, yep. So yeah, part three was the one that I'm talking about when he had the long hair or whatever. Like, which that one was, I guess. I mean, that one was alright. That wasn't the best looking Leatherface. I mean, I like the one with the short hair. a lot better, personally. Stu says, I think he did for sure. Yeah, he did in part three. Part two, he had somewhat of a long hair, but he had like more like 1980s hair, like in part two. But yeah, Leatherface as a whole is just not really. He's not really talked about as much, in my opinion. Like, I don't think he's talked about as much, personally. Hands down, what probably the most underrated. Part three was called Leatherface, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre first reboot before part two later. Long hair and yeah, yeah. Part three, yep. He had that long hair, and I don't know. My part three is okay, I guess. I just didn't really like the look of Leatherface in that film. So yeah, uh, yeah, part three, and I'm thinking of another one that I didn't really like either. And I think that one was Texas Chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw, the new generation. I didn't really care for that one. I think that's the one you were just talking about. But I didn't really care for that one. That one just, I don't know. He looks kind of weird. You know, he's got the long hair. I don't know. I just like him better with the short hair. I didn't care for Leatherface when we started. Which one was that? You remember which Texas Chainsaw that is? Like what the name is? What the name was? Let's see, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Are you talking about the 2003 remake? Oh yeah. The 2017 one. Yeah, I didn't like that either. You know, I didn't really care for that. Honestly, it's just I don't know. It's just not for me, I guess. But yeah, that 2017 film. I mean, it's just not really all that good to me, anyways. Like, it just isn't. Like, it's not up there for me. Like, in terms of like films, I think it's probably one of the worst. Probably a little bit better than the 2022 film, but other than that, it's not really a great film. I don't think, anyways. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people out there that disagree with that, that like that film. Which I'm happy that you liked it. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. But for me, I just can't. I can't enjoy it. You know, it's just one of those movies where it's hard to rewatch. Like I could go watch, the 2003 remake over and over and over and over, like no problem. I just wouldn't have a problem. Like I could go watch that over and over. So there's kind of like a big difference when the rewatchability is low. No, you can't. Yeah, that makes a big difference to me. So yeah, I agree with you on that. I didn't really care for the origin story either when he was a kid. Um, the 2003 remake, that was the one. Yep, yep, that's the one. Yep, you're right. So yep, she was in that. Yep, she was the main girl, the final girl. But yeah, that movie is pretty good. I think it's one of the best, if not the best. Like, of course, the 1974 is always going to be number one. But I'm just saying, like, um, this is like definitely behind it. Because a lot of people, okay, there's a lot of people that like, the generation. Like you said you like the new generation. For me, I just didn't really care for it, just because of the look. Um, but I think if I had to rank, it would probably go 1974, 2003, 2006 at the beginning, 3D, and then probably the new generation. Because new generation and the part three. I mean, those ones are okay, I guess. It's the same guy that was a part of the family who played the sheriff. Yeah, yeah. Um, Sheriff. Yeah, I didn't like it either. It's just I don't know. Like it's not even just the look of Leatherface. It's just not really a fun film for me. I don't think it's a fun film. It's an okay film. And the look of Leatherface in that movie looked absolutely just garbage. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's definitely not a not a great film. The Leatherface in the game they got him right. Yeah, the part two one with the suit. Sorry about that, man. I'm just. But yeah, the Leatherface video game is pretty damn fun. You know, I was just trying to look for. I was just thinking about maybe doing like a tier list or something. You know, while we're on the stream tonight, like worst to best. Um, okay, 1 minute here. Okay, we're gonna do a tier list here. Um, so first things first, we got um. Oh, sorry. Yes. He said, "When does Leatherface have a sister in the family? The game, there's a female." Oh yeah, the she. I don't think he never had a sister. I don't think there was a sister even involved in the film. I think that was just basically a character that they just wanted to put in there, just to put in there because just for the hell of it, I guess, you know. So I don't really know. I don't think that she was a part of the movies personally. I don't remember if she was, or maybe I missed something, but I don't think that she was. I think that she was just basically a background character. Just they just created her just to create her, put her in the game. Um, Even that one guy Johnny, I don't even know. I don't remember. Was Johnny in the movies? I don't really remember any of that. Like, because if he isn't, if he wasn't, I think he's just a character that they created themselves. Okay, so the first tier that we got here, Russell, we got a tier list here that we're gonna do. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 movies. So obviously the S tier is obviously the best. Um, the S tier the best. So the A tier is kind of like, I guess, decent. So let's get started here. So honestly, the first Texas Chainsaw movie, um, the first Texas Chainsaw movie. Okay, we already know where this is gonna go. He said yes. Johnny was in 1974. He was the hitchhiker they picked up. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. But I don't remember if the girl was, though. I don't think she was in any of the films. Maybe we missed something, but as far as I know, I don't think that she was a part of the films. So first things first, we got 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which you already know where I'm going to put that. That's definitely going to go in the A tier or the S tier at the very top. I don't know if you agree with that, Russell, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 probably going definitely up in the S tier. Definitely in the S tier. I think that's where it belongs personally. Um, so yeah, we got an A tier, a B tier. So we got an S tier, A tier, a B tier, C, and D. So, um, so the next one we got is Chainsaw Massacre. Um, Part 3, I believe it is. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3. And I gotta be completely honest with you, I don't think this film was that good, compared to the first one. So if I had to put it somewhere, I think I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it down. I think I'm gonna put it in the B tier right now, or D tier. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, D tier sounds about right. Because it's just not really a great film, to me. But there's a lot of people out there that like it, which I'm not going to blame them for that, because people have a right, to like what they like. But for me personally, I can't watch it, as long. It's not really rewatchable. Um, Coming up next, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2017. So I think this film is obviously, I think it's bad as well. So I think definitely it should be in the D tier as well. Um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2017. Um, yeah, D tier it is. Yep. I just think that I just don't think it's a really good film. I think it's like the worst, one of the worst in the franchise by far. Um, and then we got, um, oops. Then we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. Now this film is pretty damn good. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's behind the 2003 film. So if I had to pick a tier, I think it's definitely going in the S tier because I just enjoyed it that much. I don't know what you think, Russell, but I really enjoyed this film. The beginning, I think it's one of the best. Like definitely behind. I think it's definitely behind 2003. The 2003 remake. So I think it's gonna go in the S tier. Honestly, I think that's a good spot for it. The S tier. And then after that, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Now, this film here is pretty damn good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie about that. I think this film was definitely one of the best. I think it's the last like great one personally. A lot of people didn't really like it. A lot of people didn't really like it, but what do you think, Russell? Like, where do you think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D? Like, where do you think it belongs? Because I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I did. You know, I like the setting and like all that, like how they changed it up a lot. Um, so I don't know what you think about it. Like, I don't know where you think it should go. I think personally it should go in the S tier, but I want to hear from you. So honestly, I mean, it's either S tier or B tier, or S tier or A tier. I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So the S tier it is. So yeah, but I think it's only fitting for it to be in the S tier. Um, because honestly, I really enjoyed it. You know, and a lot of people didn't really like the, you know, the setting and all that, but personally, I didn't mind it. I thought it was the best. Honestly, the best. Um, oh, you said B tier. Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that, but I thought it was a good film personally. But yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's definitely not. I wouldn't say it's better than 2003 or 1974. So that's a pretty good spot. Then obviously coming up next, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, which that one's pretty damn good. Oh wait, I think that one's pretty alright, I guess. I mean, the look of Leatherface in that movie was okay. Like I was saying, just the hair just kind of looked weird. But other than that, I don't really think. I'd probably put it next to. I'd probably put it in like the C tier. Probably looks a little better than part three, but definitely not as good. Um, I definitely think the C tier is probably the best, or probably the best spot for it. But part two at the top with Magic. Oh, okay. You think it's up there with that? Yeah, I could agree with that. I think that it's definitely like a classic. So I mean, it should definitely go up there for sure. 100%. So yep, S tier it is. Um, Coming up next, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Now this film right here, this film is one of the best. As I was saying, I don't think it's better than 1974 or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it was one of the best. So if I had to pick the spot for it to go, I think it deserves to go. Honestly, I think it goes in the A tier or the S tier. But I just want to hear from you, Russell. Like, what do you think? Oh, he says B tier. Okay, that sounds pretty accurate, I guess. But even though, yeah, I did like it a lot. I think it's definitely up there. Um, personally for me, but I think the B tier, is a pretty good spot for it for now. And then coming up next, obviously, the last but not least, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre: New Generation, which we already talked about that, and you said that you didn't like it. I didn't like it either, really. Um, so I think the D tier is probably the best spot for it, personally, because it's just not really enjoyable. Um, and yeah, I don't know why they didn't add the 2022 film in this. I forgot all about that, but I guess it's fine. So yeah, it definitely deserves to be in the D tier. Um, but yeah, the Russell Yogi says D tier. Okay, D tier it is. All right, I think that's about gonna do it there for that. Um, Let me get back here. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for that. Anyways, let me try to see if they had um okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to figure all this out real quick. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to do that tier list for a little bit there, just to kind of um, let's see real quick. And I'm actually thinking about getting the 2020 the 3D film in DVD hopefully soon. I'm trying to get. I want to get like a collection going because I never, I don't really have. I don't even have any of the movies, which is kind of crazy because I talk about these films a lot, and It's crazy that I don't even have a single. I don't even have a film. I don't have a Leatherface film. There's already talks of 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre getting a sequel. Oh, really? Wow. We all know that's gonna suck. That's absolutely just gonna suck. Um, yeah, sorry, Russell. There, I'm trying to figure out something. But yeah, we're gonna get back to talk. I just wanted to do a quick tier list there. Um, the next one I'll probably have to plan like ahead of time, but I just wanted to do a little tier list just to get your thoughts on the movies. Um, but anyways, yeah, that's crazy that Netflix owns that. Like, and yeah, that's what I thought because I think it was streaming on Netflix when it first came out. So, and yeah, it just wasn't for me. Like it, he lives all of a sudden lives in the town now. That doesn't really make any sense, to me, anyways. With the strike going on, I haven't heard anything else. Oh yeah, I've heard that there's been like a whole bunch of like strikes going on with movies. Like, so I don't really know. That's very interesting. It's probably not going to be good though. I mean, you already know, probably won't be that good. But, but yeah, I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody. Like I was saying, everybody likes what they like at the end of the day, and not everyone's going to like the same old thing. I'm not going to sit here and judge people for what they like. I'm just saying that I don't like it. I don't like it personally. It's just, I guess it's just not for me. Um, in a couple years before we hear anything about Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, it'll probably be a couple years for sure. Um, and I'm not really like, I just don't like what these new filmmakers are doing. I'd like all these fan films. These fan films that people are doing, like these fan films that people are like making. That's what you love to see because they're actually being creative with their films. And they're not doing the same old thing that a lot of these other people are in Hollywood. They're actually doing their own thing. Trying to change it up. So it's just like I'm happy to see that there's a lot of young filmmakers out here. Trying to make their own films instead of um, I'm happy. I'm really happy to see that. Fan films, if they're done properly, it can be a great film. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that it could be an absolutely great film. You know, I think any fan film could be great. And a lot of these young up and coming filmmakers, that's what they always do. They always make them. Seems like they always make them. Seems like they always come. They're always like great. They're always better than the movies that we get now. Same with I don't want to change the subject too much, but Friday the 13th, the New Blood, not the New Blood, Friday the 13th, Vengeance. That film right there was just it was lights out. I think it was better than a lot of the films today. Like so, I mean, there's a lot of young up and coming filmmakers that can make great films. Did you see Dylan in Dark Mercy? Um, it's fine, man. Yeah, we could. No, I did not see it. Is it a fan film? Because I think I might have heard of it. I think I heard that he was gonna make. Uh, I think he said that. Is he the one that said that he was gonna make a Halloween film as well, and also a Scream fan film? Because I don't think. I think I've heard about that. I just never saw it yet. Um, because I think he said that he was making a Scream fan film as well. He said it was going to be called the Cutting Room Floor, I believe it is. And there's going to be some type of Scream 3 Easter egg. It's going to be like I guess it's going to be a follow up from Scream 3, I think so. I'm not 100% on that. Friday the 13th Vengeance has a part 2. Also, oh, okay. Yeah, I think Dylan. I think I know who you're talking about. I think he was in the chat before, and he was actually talking to telling me about the fan films that he was doing. If I'm not mistaken. Because I think he was telling me that the new Scream fan film. I believe he was telling me that it was going to be basically a follow up. Either it was going to be a follow up to Scream 3, or it was going to be an Easter egg of Scream 3 in there. But I think he said there's going to be like an Easter egg, maybe like a follow up too. I forgot what he said. But he also said that he's making a Halloween fan film as well, so that's pretty cool too. People like that, there's young people who can make movies I didn't know if you saw the film that Fate decided and Killjoy Jake was involved in. He showed me the trailer. He sent me like a video of the trailer. Um, I don't remember offhand what it was called. Um, oh, it's called Artificial. I don't know. I don't know if you saw that. I don't want to get, I guess, too much. I don't want to get off topic or anything. But if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's a decent fan film. Sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh yeah, yeah. And I think that's the same guy. I think that I think it's the same guy, right? That guy that was in the chat one day. He was telling me about the fan films that he was making because he said he was making a Halloween one as well. I believe he said that he's. I think it's going to be called Halloween Retribution. I believe it is. Or am I thinking of something else? But yeah, I was all talking about, like I was saying, I don't want to get too much off topic, but I was saying that basically that Scream, Scream 6, actually, that Nightmare on Elm Street, I was talking about yesterday, how that, that movie could become like a TV series, similar to, Scream the TV series. Um, like I was saying, I don't want to get too much off topic, but that's kind of what I do. I think that they're gonna definitely do that in the future. Um, Same with the Halloween films. So do I play it as family or victim between some? Um, I usually kind of mix it up at times. Like sometimes I play as family, sometimes I play as killer, but most of the time I play as Leatherface and like the family. Um, I think it's just so much fun. Like it's fun like playing as a survivor and all, but it's not as fun as being the killer and like the family. Like so I usually play as like the killer and all that, Leatherface. Um, it's fun. Even though yeah, being a survivor is it's fun as well. You got to try to escape and all that. It's pretty fun, but I like being the killer. I like being Leatherface most of the time. So yeah, definitely. So definitely, yeah, one of the killers for sure. I like playing as the family. You know, I played not just as Leatherface. I played with the Hitchhiker. Also played with Sally. I play, or her name is Sissy. I believe it's a girl that's in the game. And I would say Johnny sometimes. So I don't have much to talk. Yeah, same with me too. There's not really much I can really talk about. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like this film, I think this franchise is the most underrated. I don't know like how you feel about it, but I think it's the most underrated. It's like it came out way before Halloween did. It was the first franchise. Like I was saying, it was before Halloween, before Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, but I definitely think it's most underrated. It doesn't get talked about as much. You know, it just really doesn't. Like Leatherface as a character, he was like the first one that came out. So yeah, Sissy's a new character they added in the game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think she was even in the movies. But maybe she was, and we just don't remember. Um, but as far as I know, I don't think that she was. I think that she was basically put in the game just to, you know, just to be in the game. So yeah, I don't really think that. I don't think that she was in the movies. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, I don't think that she was. Um, um, he says. Steve says, I don't think she was either. Yeah, I don't think she was. Ed Gein is where they got the idea. Yep. Ed Gein, yeah, he was a real life serial killer. He, he used to do the same things that they were saying. Um, so yeah, he was pretty damn brutal. He was a real life serial killer, and that's what this movie's based on. Um, which a lot of people were complaining, you know, when it first came out, you know, about the violence and all that, because people making movies, you know, about real killers, which I could kind of understand. But at the end of the day, I guess it is entertainment. It's not like it's real, anyways. So yeah, I don't remember either. but yeah, Texas Chainsaw the game is pretty fun. I think that they're gonna add more characters, hopefully. Um, add more maps too. Maybe like the 3D map, from 3D Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Maybe they could add that house. But that house probably would be. I think that house would be a little too easy to escape. I guess because there's not really much. It's just that house, and that's basically it. And you just all you got to do is run towards the gate. But at the same time, I think it would be pretty easy to add all that. I mean, all you got to really do is have like a generator like they do in the other maps and make it difficult. They got a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film called The Sawyer Bastard. Oh, I never heard of that. I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. Like I was saying, I'm a big fan of this franchise. Like, maybe there's some films that I don't like in the franchise, but there's a lot that I do. Like I said, 1974 is the best. The 2003 remake is another great one. The 2006 film of The Beginning, that's another great one. Then you got another one called. Then you got the other one 3D, which that was the last great one in my opinion. So yeah, I mean there's a lot of great movies in the franchise. There's one some that I don't like, of course, but it doesn't matter if I don't like some of them. I still like the movies. I still like the franchise, even though I don't some of them I don't find rewatchable. But yeah, Leatherface is just a creative. I think it's just an overall creative film. They were really creative with it. I think. Um, Even though, yeah, I understand people don't like when they do backstories of real life killers and all that. I mean, I understand all that, but at the end of the day, it's like horror movies have to be made somehow, and it's not even it's not even real, anyways. It's entertainment, but I kind of understand like why people feel that way, why people feel like they the violence and all that. But overall, I personally don't mind. It's entertainment. It's a horror film. And yeah, I don't agree with violence, of course. I don't like violence. But definitely it's entertainment, and I don't like, people do that stuff to people in real life. It's absolutely just evil. Like I was saying, it's entertainment. And well, I'm heading off. It's late here. Okay, man. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Definitely be on the lookout for tomorrow as well. I'm gonna be trying to do a live stream for sure. So stay tuned for that. Um, Thank you for popping in. But yeah, I just think Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like despite of all the violence, like I was saying in real life, like I hate when people absolutely do that to people and they do nasty things like that in real life. Like, it's just dirty. But a movie's a movie, it's entertainment. It's not like it's real life. So to me, I don't really care too much. If it's real life, well, that's a whole nother story. That's I'm not gonna ever support that kind of stuff. But okay, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre was banned apparently. Um, this is one of the scariest movies of all time. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was originally planned to be a movie for all. According to the director, Toby Hooper, produced and directed the 1974 horror classic, which was banned in several countries and even had some theaters stop the movie due to complaints about violence. So there's a lot of countries that, you know, basically the film was basically banned in different countries because of the violence. And look, I understand, it's basically a backstory about a real life killer, but at the same time, it's entertainment, it's for entertainment purposes, it's not real life or anything. So to me, it doesn't really, matter. Like, so yeah, so although the film is marketed as a true story, it does not depict actual events, and it's instead as with the film Psycho, inspired by notorious killer Ed Gein, who acted alone and did not use a chainsaw. So yeah, the Leatherface character is not a real character. The backstory is based on a guy named Ed Gein who was a real life serial killer, but he obviously didn't use a chainsaw or anything. That was just a character that they created. The backstory is, basically based on real life killer. So why was Texas Chainsaw Massacre so controversial? Upon its release on October 1990, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was banned outright and internationally in several countries in numerous theaters. Oh yeah, I've read that already. A lot of people were complaining about the violence. Um, but at the same time, I don't understand why people complain about violence, but they still go watch it anyways. You know, I mean, it's entertainment. It's not like it's real. So So Eric Slaughter's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the beginning, from top to bottom, TC in the beginning arguably has the most vicious of graphic violence in the entire franchise. It may also have been or have the scariest Leatherface, other than the original. And then this says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house is located. Okay. So the 2006 film has the most violence, according to this article here. Leatherface is a character from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. He first appeared in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 as the mentally disabled member of a family of deranged cannibals, featuring his now iconic face, mask, and chainsaw. Okay. So yeah, I mean, and same. There was another movie called, and I don't want to get too much off topic, but there's another movie called Jeepers Creepers, which that was another one that was another film that was based on a true story as well. I guess it was based on Coldwater, Michigan, I believe it is. And Coldwater is not that far from here, by the way. It's only like 2 hours from here. But yeah, so that was based on a real life killer or whatever. They're in the beginning of the movie. You know how they're driving and there's like this van following them. Well, that really happened in real life, I guess. So that movie was based on a true story. Like that really happened. Like somebody was actually following. And I think that there was a murderer there in Coldwater. So that's what the Jeepers Creepers film is basically based on. So it's based on a true story as well, not just Texas Chainsaw. I think Scream as well. I think Scream is based on the Gainesville Ripper, if I'm not mistaken. Just they just made their own characters all. So yeah, I mean, the Leatherface is really great. I think he's, like I was saying, the first ever horror icon to ever step onto the big screen. Way before Halloween, way before Michael Myers, before Nightmare on Elm Street. But anyways, y'all, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. Just wanted to do a little stream tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I could try to get on a little bit earlier, hopefully. But we'll have to see. It'll probably have to be around like 10 again. Or 11 again. But I'll definitely, keep you guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll probably just do another stream, probably, I don't know, a Halloween stream again or something, or maybe a Scream stream. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to change it up on the channel. I'm trying to do something new and fresh. I'm not trying to do the same old thing. So just trying to think about doing something different, for once. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video or this live stream. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Stu, for popping in and saying hello and hanging out with me for a little bit. Until tomorrow, y'all. Peace out.